Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now, today I'm back with another Path of Exile 2 video. Now, I wanted to just do this video today because it's something that I was making a mistake with when I first started playing. I've been playing obviously for a little while now. What has it been? About a week now or so. And I'm having a blast. I've made a couple of characters just to try out different classes. But the sorceress is still my main character, and I'm just taking my time. I'm not rushing through the game like some of these veterans are, PoE 1 veterans and stuff like that. But I came across this to do with crafting. I say crafting quite loosely because I don't really class this as crafting. It's more like upgrading your gear, but it can really hinder your progress in the the campaign and the game as a whole. But before I jump into that, I just wanted to say, if this helps you as a new player, because I'm coming from this as a new player myself, consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel for more PoE 2 videos in the future. It really does help me a lot, and it is, it's free, guys. But yeah, anyway, so what I wanted to say was this whole crafting, because the game is amazing, right? I do really love the game. But it doesn't, there isn't, maybe it's because, they just, maybe they think you should just know this, or maybe because they haven't quite finished the game yet because it's still in early access. I don't know, but it doesn't do the best job at like explaining this whole crafting situation. Again, like I said, I'll use the term crafting loosely. But basically you can see here, the items that I have on my character currently, right? And you can see how, like for example, this staff says I have 79% increased cold damage, and then I have 15 increased mana regeneration rate. So you have 2 extra like mods. Now you can get up to, I believe it's 6 extra mods on an item. So if I show you my gloves here, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 on here, but obviously this has now been corrupted, so I can't add any extra onto that one, for example. Then this one, we've got 5 at the bottom there. 1, 2, 3, 4 on that one. So you can see where I'm going here. We've got multiple different like mods, different effects on my items, and I've got this from doing what I'm about to show you. So what you want to do is, you want to, if you've got a stash tab, you don't have to do this via your stash tab, but it is a lot easier because it's laid out for you. You can just obviously take these materials and put them in your inventory, and then you can do it from the inventory. So you can just right click on this. So for example, if I was to right click on this regal orb, and then you hover over the item and then you just left click it. So you can do it that way. But I personally I've been doing it this way. So I have these boots. I'm using this just obviously for the video. So I'm gonna put the boots into here. Now you're gonna need, so you see this is a blue item. So this is classed as a magic item. This is another thing that I touched upon in my previous video. I don't like the fact that you can't see, until you hover over it, you can't see what the item is. You can't see if it's a normal item, a rare item, a unique or a magic item until you literally hover over it. I would love to be able to see this just in my inventory, like have a little border, a line or something. But anyway, that is what it is. So this is a magic item. So you need a regal orb, upgrades a magic item to a rare item, and then it adds a modifier. So if I right click on here, there you go. So now this has become a rare pair of boots, right? So we've got 20% reduced attribute requirements, and then plus 14 intelligence. Now, not the best, right? The 20% reduced requirements is whatever. But this is the way that you need to, guys, to upgrade your gear. You can do this for, whether it's a normal item to a magic item with 1 extra modifier. Then you can make a magic item have a new modifier. Then the Org of Alchemy upgrades a normal item straight to a rare one with 4 modifiers. Then obviously the Regal Orb, like I just showed you, you upgrade the magic item to a rare. And then once you have a chaos orb, this removes a random modifier and it augments a rare item with a new random. So again, it's all random, guys. It's all RNG. These red orbs, I don't have any obviously to show you, but these red orbs, when you see it says corrupted, that's what these ones do. You can corrupt an item, so it can basically, it's like a little bit of roulette. So it will do a random, it will change your item randomly, but then after that, it will then corrupt it. And then once it's corrupted, you then can't obviously upgrade it, and you can't do anything else to it now, basically. So you're taking a risk, but the risk can obviously, you know, it can pay off in a good way, or obviously in a bad way. Then we've got here the exalted orbs. Now these augment a rare item with a new random modifier. So again, you're just kind of like re-rolling. You like, think of it like you're rolling in a dice. I'm going to get a random modifier on this rare one, and then I don't have any of these to show you, unfortunately. These are the mirrors. These are mirrors. These three, I haven't actually found any of these three yet, so I'm not 100% sure on those ones right now, but you can get the gist. It's obviously going to be very, very similar to these. So if anybody in the comment section has got any of these three, I'm refraining myself from, you know, spoiling it. I'm not looking on the internet to try and get the information for these three yet. But if anybody wants to help anyone else in the comments who's new like myself, feel free to type it down in the comment section. Now we also have materials where you can improve the quality. So again, you see here my staff has a quality of +6, my armor +11, helmet +20. You know, you get the gist. So this increases it to 20 is the maximum. Then we have the same for the weapons, the martial weapon, which is basically like a quarter stave. You can increase the quality for that. This adds a rune socket to either armor or a martial weapon. So you like basically these things here, the sockets here. I've got runes. I've got runes in my armor and my helmet and my boots and my gloves. So you need to use this item here, and then what the runes that we do, they give us either more damage if it's on a weapon, or we get more resistances. So of course, guys, you're going to need to have a lot of resistances, so do not sleep on this. And you can see here in my body armor, I actually have 2 sockets. Then this is just Scroll of Wisdom. This just does what it says. If this wand was unidentified, you would just use the wisdom to basically identify it. Now we have even more, guys. There is so much currencies and materials that you can use. So you can see here, these are called artificial shards. Then we have transmutation shards, regal shards, and chant shards. Now you can see what they do. If you have 10 of these, it turns it into an artificer's orb. 10 of these becomes a orb of transmutation. 10 of these is a regal, and then 10 of these is an orb of chance. And then again, we have even more. Essence of the body. It upgrades a normal item to magic with 1 life modifier. So this is basically more specific, whereas these are obviously completely random. This is when you start to get a little bit more specific with what modifiers you're adding to your gear. So life modifier, lightning modifier, physical modifier, defense, mana, and then attribute modifier. And then again, like I said, these are all the runes that give you the either accuracy, more damage, more resistance, and more life and stuff like that. So you can see here, you've got a lot of stuff. We've got a lot of currencies to pick up and materials to find, which is really, really good. Now, another thing that I wasn't really paying too much attention to as well is when you go to any of the shopkeepers, every time you level up, guys, this changes. So if you don't forget to come here regularly, doesn't matter what act you're in. I'm in act 3 right now, but whether you're in 1, 2, or 3, frequently when you're leveling up, check the store, guys, because you can find some really, really good items. And the only problem is if you don't have enough gold, for example. So just say I wanted to get this staff here, it's 10.8k gold, right? Just say I didn't quite have that. be very careful, because when you go out to farm to try and get more gold, if you level up before you have enough gold, when you come back to the store, this will change. This will be refreshed. So just pay attention to that, and just keep an eye on it. It's not the end of the world if you don't, you know, unfortunately it is what it is. If you don't have enough gold, then you don't have enough gold. But just pay attention and be aware of that, because you can also get, I managed to get this flask, which has been a real huge game changer for me, because this flask gives me 0.20 charges per second. Now you might think to yourself, okay, that's not that great, but in a boss fight, there's no mobs for me to refill my flask, right? So this is why you need a flask that charges itself. So even if you have to kite the boss for a little while, and whilst you're not dying, to survive and win the fight, this is where it comes in clutch. And I only got this because I just happened to check the store and I found it and I saw it and I had to buy it instantly. So yeah, and then finally, the last thing I wanted to talk about is, don't just sell all of your items that you don't want for gold. There's two things that you're going to want to do. You're going to want to come to, obviously sell them for gold because you're going to need gold, but also you want to disenchant. So you can see here, if I hover over this wand, it goes for 1 transmutation shard. So you bring it to here, and then of course you click accept because you want to do that. And then again, like I said, you want to do that because you get a stack of 10 of these, and then you can upgrade it to an orb of transmutation. And then the other place you want to go is the salvage bench. Now I don't have any items on me to showcase this, but basically you want to find any of the items that have normal items or whatever that have a socket already in the item. You want to bring those to here to the salvage bench and then salvage it, and then of course you get quality currencies and artifice shards from doing that. So there you have it, guys and girls. Just wanted to sit here and talk to you and give you guys some beginner tips for any brand new players that are gonna either just started PoE 2 or going to be coming into PoE 2, and like myself, they might miss these things, because like I said, I missed these things. I made multiple characters and it took me a little while to notice this stuff, because it isn't very explained, should I say, unless it is explained somewhere else and I've missed it. But anyway, I hope this helps, and like I said, if this has helped and you are a new player to PoE 2, consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, see you soon, peace.